Today, I will show you how to cook salmon as if you have never attempted it before. Here, we have a nice fillet with the skin on. This is farm raised, and I personally try to always use farm raised because of its higher fat content. And of course, fat means flavor. Often in restaurants, I get customers who think they are king shit by requesting it be wild caught. And while I'd like to tell them to go fuck themselves, it's not because I'm some kind of save the planet liberal, because we all know there's no liberals allowed in the kitchen, but because they don't know dick about how the supply chain works or sustainability. Now, first check around this area to make sure there are no pin bones in there. You'll see them popping out a bit, so just pull them out with tweezers if there are. There are none on this one, and there's usually not when you get them at a good grocery store. You will most likely want the skin off when you eat it. Using a knife to fillet off the skin can be tricky for a beginner, so I will show you how to not use a knife to do it. Also, you could cook it with the skin on. However, that is more advanced, and you will have to worry about checking for scales and getting it crispy, so we're not going there this time. Restaurants tend to take this thin piece off because it's slightly more fishy, but I don't like to waste it with the sky-high prices today, so cut it off if you want. We are treating this like a steak, so season it up nicely with salt, fresh black pepper, granulated garlic, and onion powder. Set a non-stick pan to medium-high heat. Let it get hot before adding a small bit of olive oil. When the oil is hot, add a small amount of butter. This is for taste and color on the salmon. Add the salmon to the pan flesh side down first, and always lay it in facing away from you so that you don't get splashed with hot oil. After a minute or so, check the color on it before carefully flipping it over skin side down. Let it cook for another minute or so in the pan. It will be mostly raw on the inside still before removing it and transferring it to a sheet tray to finish in the oven. Make sure to pour the excess liquid on top of it. Into a 350-degree oven it goes. I cooked it about 10 minutes total until it was all the way done, but you can press on it like a steak if you want it medium on the inside. Treating it like red meat means medium rare is okay for salmon. When it's done, it should have a gorgeous looking color on top. Transfer it to a plate and once more pour the juices on top. Now we have the issue of the skin still being on. If you take a fork and don't cut too hard down into it, the flesh should just pull right off the skin on the plate. However, you will be left with a not so appetizing looking piece of skin on in the end. Or you could have just flipped it onto a plate flesh side down and just using your fingers to grab a corner of the skin, the whole thing should easily peel away from the meat like so. I know it doesn't look as pretty on the bottom side, but just flip it back over and all will be well in the world. So I hope you learned something today. Hit that subscribe button and follow me on Odyssey. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.